thank you so, so much for taking the time to be with us. How is South Africa? How is Cape Town?
We're approaching winter, so it's getting cool now. We had a lovely sunny day.
Oh,
And the
wow.
evening is getting a bit cool. So it's a
Hmm.
bit of both.
Oh, so grateful for you to come on and be with us, especially as it's Brain Cancer Awareness Month. And, we'd like to talk about your experience with brain cancer and everything. Now, I'm sure the audience would like to know, what were your thoughts when you were hit with this diagnosis?
It's funny. I was initially only diagnosed in 2015, but the discovery of my tumor was in 2009.
What?
Yeah. So prior to that, I had a motorbike accident, which almost ended my Muay Thai career. So I
Oh my
started
God.
getting back into fighting again and start training, and then I go for a checkup, and then boom, I discover my tumor grew. And
What?
really? Life? Do you not want me to take on Muay Thai again? So that was my thoughts. And I was like, wow. But at the same time, I felt blessed
Yeah.
that I've had to make the decisions to go for the checkups. And I discovered that because prior to that, I had no symptoms,
Yeah.
no headaches, no seizures, no nothing. It was just me normal, eating
Wow.
healthily, a sportsman training every day, getting ready to get back into the ring. And by chance, me just saying, let me get healthy and proper fit to
Hmm.
fight it. Go to hospital to go check, and then they find, look, the tumor on your brain that we
Oh,
discovered in
wow.
2009 grew
It
to the
was
size of a fist.
discovered as far back as we're talking about 16 years ago. Oh my
So
goodness.
only 5 years later, did they discover it grew. And because of the rapid growth, I had to go for surgery. So I go for the surgery, and then the surgeon tells me they couldn't remove the entire tumor, but they sent it away for testing, and a different oncologist will come and see me because a surgeon only does the surgery, but the
Mhm.
treatment plan from the oncologist. Oncologist sees me. He says the results came back, Mr. Van Westhuizen. It's a low-grade 2 tumor and rapidly transforming. And if we don't remove what's left in the brain, it could take over the rest of the brain. So I had to go for chemo. And at that time, I was not happy with doing chemo. I had a lot of people in my life that have passed on through the battle of chemo.
Mm.
So not so much, but I just couldn't handle chemo. And I told myself, you know what? I'm not going to put myself through it. And the doctor came back to me and he offered me to do radiation.
Mhm.
I thought to myself, you know what? I can do the radiation. It's okay. If a spider bites me, I could turn to Spider-Man. I just looked at life and made everything funny for me, and that made me deal with everything.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
take things seriously. I had a conversation with my doctor, and we discovered we had the same taste in music. So even so everything like that made me deal with my whole diagnosis, the whole process, nice and easy.
I'm so happy to hear that. I equally am a music fanatic as well, and music honestly helped me battle my own breast cancer. But this is not about me now. I'm just happy that, I can really relate with music being like your bouncing board to get through cancer. So,
With
what?
my therapy,
Sorry?
even with my therapy, they would play spa music.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked the radiologist, look, can I play my own music? Then
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring my playlist. So while I'm in the machine getting the radiation, I'm actually listening to my own music as opposed
Yes.
to.
To theirs. Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I've been through that too. So, cancer is honestly, as you rightly said, it's like a punch in the gut, so to speak. But after going through, so what have you said you have done radiation and everything, but you had already mentioned that you have gone through treatments in 2024. What is the correlation?
So now in 2009,
Mm-hmm.
I had my motorbike accident, we discovered the tumor.
Mm-hmm.
5 years later, in 2015, it grew. I had the surgery. So
Mm-hmm.
since then, I've been living life normally, I would say, normal in the capacity of what I've survived. I've been
Yes.
I've been going for my follow-ups, and then last year, September, I go for another follow-up, and it was discovered that the tumor resurfaced. But this time, the tumor wasn't on the same place, it was close to a blood stem.
It was
So
close to a
the
blood
blood stem,
vessel. Okay.
yeah. So the surgery was a bit complicated. And I went for the surgery. I won't call it a success because it's still some tumor left, but again, it was the same process. Having to go for surgery, but it was a different surgery this time, still brain surgery. They literally cut through the same area where they cut through the initial time, but this time they had to use a different method to remove the tumor because it was so close to the blood stem and the brain stem.
Hmm.
If they could disrupt something that side, so they had to use AI to assist him. Apparently, that's what I was told.
Oh, fabulous. AI in
And the
healthcare. Yeah.
operation lasted 8 hours.
Eight
So
hours.
8 hours. And then after 4 or 5 days, I was able to walk out of the hospital. And
Oh,
then
wow.
a month later, I started radiation again. I did radiation for a month. And then Christmas period, I started chemotherapy. Now, I know we all have these crazy thoughts of chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is not needles in your vein. That was my initial thought when I heard chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is just the chemical. And I was given chemotherapy in the form of pills. So I've been taking 12, 13 pills every day in the morning when I wake up. It doesn't make you feel good.
Right up till now, or
Yeah, I'm
after
still doing it.
you're
Yeah.
still taking it? Okay.
I'm on my fourth cycle. I will be starting my last cycle next month, 10.
Okay. 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 Yes.
So that,
Yes, go ahead, please.
and I had a follow-up 2 weeks ago, and I had another scan. Scan shows that there's no regrowth within the tumor,
Oh,
which is a
praise
positive
God.
sign.
That's a good.
I mean, there's still a bit of tumor there, but it's not growing, which
Mm-hmm.
is good news. So we're
Mm-hmm.
still hoping this last cycle of chemo will remove it. From
Yes.
there, I'm not sure what we do, but all I know is that we are not losing this battle in terms of it growing.
Fabulous. I'm so happy about that because the essence of the chemotherapy was to kind of shrink it first, right? Wasn't it to shrink it? Because usually they wouldn't operate if, it's going to
Ah,
be so complicated because of the size.
for me, it was operation first. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't chemo and then operation. It was
Okay.
operation first. Yeah.
Yeah.
After, with the first operation, the idea was they'll get everything out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But at that time, they couldn't get everything out. So to
Yes.
make rid of it, that's where the chemotherapy or the radiation came in.
Okay. So right now, just for everyone's clarification, you're taking pills, chemo pills, instead of the usual infusion that people are used to.
This is the pill that I finished today.
Ah, oh my goodness. Oh wow. That is something. That and
I
and
made it
and how long have you been taking that for now? That quantity?
December.
Since December. So those bottles are since December.
Yep.
Oh wow. God helps you. But you look great. You look marvelous, and I love your smile.
I'm not sure if you're able to see the scar on the side of my head from the surgery.
Just a bit, just a bit. Yeah, but it's not too, it's nice. You look good. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful, Ryan. So, right now, I mean, everybody has their own experiences when it comes to, having a cancer diagnosis. You have spoken about how you were able to use music and everything, but still, there must have been times when your mental health played with you, you know? Um, uh, did they offer you psychosocial support? Did you lack anything as regards counseling? Because that is needed for a lot of people.
For myself personally, I'd say I didn't need it, no.
Good.
However, I did attend a support group. So
Okay.
interacting with other cancer patients going through the same, you draw strength from them, vice versa. So that made it easier for myself. And I mean,
Oh.
yes, like you said, there were dark places we do go into.
Mm-hmm.
And in those instances, I would spend a lot of time in the park. And because I'm in the park, I'm closer to nature. And people come with their dogs and their pets to the park and their pets come to me. So that will help ground me.
Yes.
Feeling one
That is fabulous, honestly.
obviously brought me out of the dark space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't let the dark space become my darkness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love
I,
that. Yeah.
I tried to shine through that darkness with my own light
Mm-hmm.
and be able to spend time with nature, helping do that.
Yeah. That's fabulous. I'm so
That
grateful for that.
I can say doing that has been very important because I'm not sure if you felt this before, but the moment you feel down or bad or anything, your body automatically just shifts down. But because I'm in the sun with nature, I start feeling good again. I
Yeah.
start looking at my achievements.
Those Zen moments, you know?
Yeah, it just uplifts you. And
Yes,
that makes your body strong to fight what's really happening.
exactly. And that's why they say, the mind is the man, because once you lose it, that's it. You understand? Every other thing follows suit. That's why we preach mental resilience all the time, that for the body to heal and recover, your mind has to be in a good place, you know.
While cancer is in my brain,
Mm.
the battle is really in my mind.
Hmm. The mind,
Yeah.
yes. The mind. It was your, I think, resilience to make sure that you overcome. That's very important because you look at it and see people. I was a late stage breast cancer, and there are many women and men who have passed from just a lumpectomy. I was a stage 3, almost stage 4. So you wonder why, because cancer, the news of cancer affects people differently. So, like you rightly said, you didn't want, your the dark space to be your darkness. You had to kind of claw yourself out of it. And that's what's making you look bright today, honestly. I'm in awe. I like your attitude and your light shining through. Yes.
Like
You.
I've been telling a lot of people as well, cancer doesn't just affect the patient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You as a cancer patient, you have to be strong, not just for yourself.
Yes.
Personally, I had to be strong for my mother. I had to be
Mm-hmm.
strong for my family. I'm my mother's only child. So
Oh, just like me.
I can only imagine, how tough it is for her. So having to have been strong for her, and then of course I have my support, my community. They're all
Mhm.
backing me. So I didn't want to disappoint them either. She
Yes.
all this weight, and that's the most challenging.
Yes. You're so
But
you're so right. Yeah.
but it's the community, a whole support system, your family is challenging for them because they too don't know what's going to happen or what's going on.
Hmm. Hmm. That's true. It's a very difficult thing. So, you know, who have been your caregivers? Your mom?
Yes. I
Yeah.
live on my own. During my trauma, I would go stay with her and she'd be able to take me to my appointments I had to be in or whatever, and she'd be able to cook for me, etc.
God bless. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank God your mom was with you. My mom passed several years ago, so you know, but I was still blessed that I had family support, systems in place. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can be tough, but you still need somebody to push you along, or group of people to say, you got this. And you look behind and you say, okay, I've got my tribe behind me.